Hello squirrels and otters, welcome to your Thursday maths lesson. Now the objective that we're going to be doing today is from the Year 3 curriculum, and it's to know the number of seconds in a minute, the days in a month and in the year, and to know what a leap year is as well. Okay, so to get you started this morning, we've got a starter activity. There's one for circles. I'll bring that up now. Okay, so you've got a sheet that looks like this, and you are going to be identifying, representing and estimating numbers using different representations, using a number line or money on there. So that will be the one that circles will be doing. And if you are in squares or hexagons, then you have one. It does look very similar on there, but slightly different questions for you again, okay? But you've still got the money and the number line on there. So if you can complete that for me first, get your brains going this morning on that one if you're doing it this morning. Okay, so have a go at those questions, and then you can ask mum or dad or older brother or sister perhaps to check it for you that you got those correct on there. Then we're going to move on, so you can pause me and then do that sheet, and then we're going to move on and we're going to be looking at time. Okay, it's a lovely lesson, this one. Okay, so it's based on Education City. There are 2 videos for you to watch on Education City, and they've been put into your city area in the yellow section on there. Some of you might have already looked at them already, because I did put them in last week. And some, I think one person's definitely looked at them already on there. So if you go into there should be a little booklet that says time on it. So if you go into that one and access that one, there are 2 videos, and then there's a learn screen with some questions on as well. So we're going to watch the 2 videos together. You can go back and watch these after you've seen my video, this one here, and you can go over the information again. So don't think you've got to rush and write anything down now as well. You just got to listen to these 2 videos, and then you can go back in your own time and go through them on there. So they're going to give us lots of information on the days of the week and months of the year and things like that, and give us different ways of remembering things as well. So they're really informative. Okay, so go back and watch them as many times as you need to as well for when you're doing your task on there. So we're going to start with the first one, and it will only let you open this one first of all, called the Big Book of Time. So that's the first one that we're going to do. So if you click into that one, and it should hopefully load up our information screen. There we go. Okay, so I can explore how many days and months are in a year. So we're going to watch that and go through it on there. Okay, so I'm just going to make myself smaller to give you more room on the screen so you can see. Okay, so off we go.
Many years ago, people discovered they could use the sun and moon to measure time. Some of the measurements they created were days, months, and years. Let's explore what these mean, how long they last, and how they compare to one another. One way in which we can measure time is a year. The time the Earth takes to travel all the way around the sun is 1 year. This journey takes just over 365 days to complete. So, we say that there are 365 days in 1 year. As it actually takes a little longer than 365 days for the Earth to go around the sun, every 4 years we add an extra day. This makes our calendar match our position around the sun. This is called a leap year. A leap year lasts for 366 days. The extra day in a leap year is put on the end of February. This extra day is February 29th. A year is separated into 12 months. Because the 365 days in a year cannot be shared out equally between the 12 months, the number of days in a month varies from 28 to 31. Some people use rhymes to help them remember the number of days in each month. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31. Except in February alone, which has but 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. You can also use your hands to find out how long each month is. Make 2 fists with your hands like this. Point to each of the hills and valleys made by your knuckles and say the month of the year in order. If the month lands on a hill, it is a long month with 31 days. If it lands in a valley, it is a short month, usually with 30 days. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So, when you are measuring time, remember, there are 365 days in a year. There are 12 months in a year. There are 28, 30, or 31 days in each month. Every 4 years, there is a leap year. There are 366 days in a leap year. In a leap year, February has 29 days.
There we go. So, I'll take that one back. So hopefully we've had lots of information on there. I'm sure some of it you already know, okay, and it's a bit of a revision and a reminder for you on there as well. So we're going to watch another one now. It's called The Little Book of Time, and that will be the next one. So you have to watch the Big Book of Time first, and it will unlock the next one, which is called The Little Book of Time, when you go into your city area on Education City. So we're going to watch that, and that's going to give us some more information about hours, minutes and seconds as well. Okay, so I'll pop that one on for us to watch together. When it loads up. Hopefully yours is quicker than mine. There we go.
Many years ago, people discovered they could track the way the sun and moon moved to measure time. They invented things like sundials to help them, and eventually they created the clocks we use today. Now, we use the measurements seconds, minutes, hours, and days to measure time. Let's explore what these measurements mean, how long they last, and how they compare to one another. One way in which we can measure time is a day. The time it takes for the Earth to spin all the way around is called a day. A day is split into 24 hours. Clocks help tell us what time it is in a 24-hour day. This is an analog clock. Notice how it only has 12 numbers. The smaller hand is the hour hand. When the hour hand has moved all the way around the clock once, 12 hours will have passed. The hour hand will move all the way around the clock twice in one 24-hour day. This is a digital clock. Here, the hours are shown as numbers. The numbers on the left of the colon show the hours. We call the hours in the first half of the day AM hours. They go from 12 o'clock midnight to 12 o'clock noon. We call the hours in the second half of the day PM hours. PM hours go from 12 o'clock noon until the following 12 o'clock midnight. Both AM and PM together make a full 24-hour day. An hour is split into smaller parts called minutes. There are 60 minutes in an hour. On an analog clock, minutes are shown using the longer hand. The minute hand moves all the way around the clock once in 1 hour. On a digital clock, minutes are shown as the number on the right-hand side of the colon. A minute is also split into smaller parts, called seconds. There are 60 seconds in a minute. On an analog clock, the thinnest, fastest moving hand is the second hand. The second hand moves all the way round the clock once in 1 minute. On a digital clock, Seconds are not usually shown. However, on some clocks, they appear after the minutes. So, when you are measuring time, remember, there are 24 hours in one day. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute.
Right. If I bring myself back up, okay, so you can see me. So your task today, year 3, is using all that information that you've just seen on those 2 videos on both of them. So go back into Education City and you can watch them again in your own time. You can pause them as well, can't you? Is you're going to make an information poster for me, okay, all about time. So all the information that you have found in those 2 videos, you're going to put on a poster. So I've started one on here, okay, so I'm in school and I've done it on a whiteboard. So the first thing, hopefully you can see it, so I only just started it. So the first thing I did was a title on there, okay? So you can do bubble writing if you can do it. If you can't, don't worry, you can just do it in capital letters or different colours on there. And then the fun bit is you get to decorate it afterwards as well, okay? So you can decorate your poster however you like on there. So I might just choose another colour on there. I might have a green, I think, as well. I might do some lines for this one. So you can be as creative, as you like with this task on there as well, okay? So on a piece of paper, either in your home learning book, or you might want to do it on a piece of A4 paper and stick it into your book, it's fine. You might want to, if you're lucky enough, you might have A3 paper at home. You can do a giant poster for me. You could do it on the computer if that's what you would like to do as well, okay? So the choice is yours, but you need to get all the information down for me. So I started off from the big book one that we watched. So I've got down that there are 365 days in a year. That was the first fact I wrote down. And I paused the video as I wrote it down as well. And then I wrote down that there are 366 days in a leap year. And just to remind myself as well, I also wrote the 29th of February, because that's the day that the leap year, that extra day falls in, and that it happens every 4 years as well. So I put that in there to remind myself, because you can use these posters to go back and jog your memories about things. I've got, for the months of the year, there's 28, 30 or 31 days in each month. And remember, you've got the knuckles, the little with the hills and the mountains on there, the valleys, sorry, and the mountains, where you can remember, and I still use that as well to help me sometimes. That's a really good trick to remember how many days are in a month. There are 12 months in a year as well. So I've written my facts in different colours on there. You might want to put a different border around each of your facts to make them stand out. You might want to do it in felt tip pen, and then you could perhaps very lightly shade over it in pencil crayon and make that one stand out as well. I might just do like a rectangle around this one. You can use a ruler obviously when you're doing yours as well. So I've got some more facts from the second video that I need to include. So I'm just going to tilt my camera down a bit further for you so you can see the bottom of it on there. So we also learned from the second video that one day, I wonder if anyone can remember how many days equals, how many hours are in one day. So if you're not sure, remember you go back to the videos and you can watch the videos a bit at a time, and you can pause it, can't you? And you could write each fact down onto your poster as you go along as well. So one day equals 24 hours. We've got 60 minutes in an hour. Just squeeze that one on in there. You can see that there. Okay, so there's 60 minutes in an hour and there's 60 seconds in a minute. And then the last bit of information I think I'm going to put on is about AM and PM, just to remind myself about it so I don't get them mixed up as well. And then I've got this poster to refer back to as revision. on there. Okay, so as I said, you can decorate it however you like on there. Remember, it's your poster for you to use on there. I'm going to have a blue, I think, for this one. So hopefully you can remember that AM was after midnight, wasn't it, in the morning, through to lunchtime. So AM, I'm going to write for the morning to remind myself. And then PM, okay, is after lunchtime, 12 o'clock, after lunchtime, going all the way around to midnight. So in the afternoon, and coming home from school and having your tea, and then going into the evening as well when you relax and chill out and I'm sure read a book and go to bed as well. So that is your PM time. So I'm going to put that for the evening on here. Just squeeze that in there. And the last little bit I need to do is I need to put a different box around this one. Might do some more zigzags. I like the zigzag one. Make it however I need it on there. So remember to spread your information out on your poster. Okay, so you've got your heading, and this is all the information that you need to put down on your poster as well for you to keep to remind yourselves as well. And we looked at, and don't forget with the knuckles as well, of working out how many days are in each month on there. We've got that on there. So refer back to the videos. It's a lovely fun task as well for us to do on Thursday. Okay, so enjoy yourselves. As I said, you design it how you want to do it. All right, it's your poster to use for your revision on there. Okay, so have fun making them, and I will see you very, very soon again. All right, bye-bye.